I'm going to give you a review of some of the best shows on Netflix, Amazon Prime, etc. And I'm going to do each show in under a minute. Now, some of these shows are incredible, and some of them I could save you a lot of time by not wasting it watching them. Dem the Scare Season 2 review. Now, the acting in this is absolutely superb. The writing is superb. But if you're not intelligent, you're not going to be able to follow with this. I'm telling you right now. The writing is good, but you got to pay attention. You can't be a person who's watching something and talking to somebody and playing on your phone and doing everything else, because you're going to miss something that's absolutely important. Now, the first season of them was great. The racism was right there in your face, and it was harsh. It's still here, but it's 1991, so it's a little bit toned down. It's less socially acceptable than it was in season 1. The way they pulled everything together in about episode 6 was what made this show so great to me. I give this an absolute 10-10, and I'm not going to give you anything that's going to spoil it for you. There are demonic spiritual things going on, but there's also the real life violence and racism that actually exists in the world right there in your face too. Fallout season 1. Now I'm going to tell you straight up, I did not enjoy this. This actress sucks. I'm sorry. Her on-screen presence is terrible. The way she goes about the character, even the way her character is wrote, it's trash. They should have focused on the kid from Brotherhood of the Steel. He did a great job on that role. They could have focused on the sheriff. He also did a good job. But instead, they focused on this Mila Kunis reject. She was just boring. Every time she was on screen, she just brought the show down. And I couldn't really figure out if it was the writing or if it was her acting. Now, don't get it wrong. I'm a huge Fallout fan. I think New Vegas is one of the greatest games ever made. This did not entail that. I feel like they did this for people who don't play Fallout. They made this movie to pull in some type of crowd, TV show, movie, whatever, same thing. Try to pull them in so that they could watch this and they could get this new audience, etc. The actress sucks. I give this a 2 out of 10. Invincible season 2. Incredible as usual. I mean, there's nothing bad I can say about this show. The voice acting is incredible. The writing is incredible. The character arc of Mark this season, to go from this real naive superhero that he wants to see the good in everything. Everything can be saved. He can always help, to the, you know what? I might actually have to kill one of these villains to save myself or to save the other innocents. And the absolutely superb writing. How you could just see the fragility breaking. Because Mark is this character that he's all good. There's nothing bad about Mark. Mark is not going to do anything bad. And just the forcing his hand into him actually having to eliminate villains is insanity. There is absolutely nothing bad I can say about this season. It was a 10-10. If anything, I wish it was longer. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I really enjoyed this damn show. Now, I get it. The kid is a little bit corny sometimes. I mean, it is what it is. He's corny in the cartoon. So, I mean, it is what it is. But the writing, the storyline, the way they brought everything together. This little Fire Nation wench right here. I just want to punch her in her throat just looking at the picture. But that shows what a great actress she is. This was very enjoyable. And I actually like how they kept it PG-13. This is something you can watch with the whole family. You can watch with the kids. You can watch it with your homeboys. You can watch it with your wife. You can watch it with whoever you want. It's appropriate for everybody. It's a fun watch. It's a good watch. I wish the violence was a little harsher, but that probably would have brought the rating up to at least an R. But other than that, it was spectacular. I thought it was great. It's very enjoyable. I give it a 9 out of 10. Man, I can't say enough good about this show. I thought this was going to be corny as hell. Like, when I first started watching this, I was just bored. It was like, I got to watch something. And then it just took off. Once this gets going, it don't slow down. It's just full speed ahead. The relationship of the mother, the father, the brothers, the triad gangs, this is great. This is violent as hell. This is not for the kids. This is like a damn John Woo flick. This show's about as violent as John Wick, and it's spectacular. The story writing is great. The way the characters come together, the development of the little brother, even the development of the older brother to where he actually had to start caring about people, etc. The way everything tied together in the story. This was just a bomb-ass action series that was great from beginning to end. And I'm really waiting for season 2. This is a 10/10 all day. This is the best show that Netflix has dropped this year. Gen V. Now, I've watched every single show with the boys, and it is a spectacular program. This is a spinoff, and like all spinoffs, it's not as good as the original, and it's got some corny moments. Some of the jokes are corny, some of the scenes are corny. Like when the girl's little and she's messing with the guy, you didn't need to do that. That was whack. The character that can switch into 2 characters so she don't know if she's a boy or a girl, that's also corny as shit. But they had some cool superpowers, some good writing. The violent scenes was good. The storyline to break the brothers out and they got to save them, that was great. The actual ending where it ties into the boys was also good. So is it a good watch? Yeah. Are you going to be mad at some scenes and be like, why? Like, that was corny. Like, that was whack. Hell yeah, also. I give Gen V a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10. It's good, but it's got some trash moments too. And last but not least, Wheel of Time Season 2. So I'm a huge fan of these books, and of course the series didn't live up to the books, but I didn't expect it to. Some of the greatest movies ever made didn't live up to the book, like Jurassic Park, like Rising Sun. Like, they were spectacular movies, but I mean, you can't really beat a book. It's too many words and too much time. So we're going to start here. The development of the Dragon Reborn. Rand is a great character. The characters around Rand are great. There's so much to put into so much, but all the characters are well wrote. They mesh well together. They come well together. And the storyline is spectacular. Them getting kidnapped and having to go rescue their friends, and then him actually becoming the Dragon Reborn at the end, and everything to get there. The assassins and everything else that was going on. This is a spectacular show. And I would give it a 10 out of 10. But man, they was cheap as hell on that CGI in some scenes. Holy shit. That dragon at the end, what y'all had, $36 and a dude from YouTube to edit that? That was the best you could do? That don't even look like a dragon. That looks like a horse. And it looks cheap. I just feel like they could have done much better with the CGI. And it's not this. It's in a lot of areas. Overall, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. The story is great. But some of the choreography for the fight scenes and some of the CGI, they just seem cheap. They don't go as well as the great acting, the great scenes, and the great writing that's all throughout this. And that kind of takes away from it. So those are some of the best and the worst shows I've watched over the last year. If there's anything you want me to watch, then comment below. If you disagree, feel free to comment as well, but your opinion don't matter to me.